Assalamualaikum and welcome to the first episode of Talkverse Forum series. My name is Liana and I'll be your moderator for today's forum discussion. Nowadays, people have different views about marriage. Some prefer to focus on their studies, career, and personal life before getting married, while others may choose to settle down earlier depending on their situation. Recently, younger generation, especially Gen Z, getting married later in life has become trend as they are more focused on being stable before committing into marriage. However, another half of this generation holds the view that getting married early poses benefits. Because of these different views, people often have their own opinion about the right time for marriage. This brings us to the topic of our forum today, which is Gen Z don't want to get married early. Today, we have four very impressive panelists with us. Firstly, a successful fashion entrepreneur, Hazika Husna binti Hasmizan. Our second panel, a single high school teacher with 7 years of experience, Muhammad Muaz bin Samsul Mazali. Next, we have your favorite family influencer, Nur Shahira binti Shamsul, and our fourth panel, a devoted housewife, Hanit Nur Hasfadila Amna binti Nur Azizan. Thank you all for joining us today. Without further ado, let's begin our discussion. So, I would like to invite our first panel, Hazika, to share her views on today's topic.
Thank you, moderator. So for a statement that Gen Z do not want to get married early, I agree with it because many young people today recognize that marriage requires more than just love. So why is it? Because firstly, financial stability has become increasingly important in today's world. Today's young adults face rising living costs, housing prices, student loans, and economic uncertainty. Many believe that financial readiness should come before marriage. This why I say this because according to Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM), every household in Malaysia average monthly expenditure is 5,566 ringgit in 2024, an increase of 3.9% as against 2022. This makes it natural for financial security to be among the most important factors that young adults consider before actually getting married. For example, a young couple who has just graduated may struggle to afford rent, transportation, healthcare, and daily expenses all at once. Financial stress is frequently cited as one of the reasons why marital conflict is caused. Secondly, research from the UK Office for National Statistics found that couples who marry in their early 20s experience higher divorce rates compared to those who marry later. One contributing factor is insufficient emotional readiness to handle marital challenges. So, psychologists also suggest that the human brain, particularly the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision making and judgment, continues to develop until around the age of 25, which means until you turn 25, your brain is not fully developed yet. This indicates that many young adults are still maturing emotionally and cognitively, which is before the age of 25, I believe, is not suitable for people to get married. Therefore, many Gen Z individuals choose to delay marriage not because they reject commitment, but because they want to enter marriage as more mature and prepared partners. That is all from me. Back to our moderator.
Thank you, Hazika, for your insightful thoughts. The panel argued that Gen Z tend to delay marriage because they want to achieve financial stability and emotional maturity first. With rising living costs and the challenges of married life, many young people prefer to be fully prepared before making a lifelong commitment. Now, I would like to invite Muaz to share his perspective on this topic.
Thank you, moderator. And from my point of view, I believe that why Gen Z doesn't want to get married early is because of is it not suitable? Since young people are still discovering themselves. Malaysian Youth Counsellor Dr. Tohweli states that many young adults in Malaysia are still trying to understand their personal identity, career interests, and future goals. At a young age, people often change their mindset and ambition as they gain new experience and grow older. Because of this, they may choose a partner before fully understanding what they truly want in a long term relationship. This can later cause regret or incompatibility in marriage. Secondly, Why I think it's not suitable for Gen Z to get married early is because of that people's priorities change as they grow older. In Malaysia today, many young adults prioritize education, career growth, and self-development before settling down. However, after marriage, couples may realize that their goals are different. For example, one partner may want to continue studying or focus on career success, while the other may want to start a family immediately. These differences in priorities can create tension and disagreements in the relationship. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Muaz. The panel explained that marrying later allows young people to gain maturity, financial stability, and life experience. This help couples make better decisions and build a stronger, more successful marriage. Next, let's hear from our panelists from the disagree side, Shahira.
Thank you, moderator. I respectfully disagree with the idea that Gen Z should avoid early marriage because marriage can provide emotional support and companionship. Nowadays, many young people experience stress from their studies, future careers, and personal challenges. Having a supportive husband or wife can help them go through these difficult times. They can encourage each other, share their problems, and provide comfort. Besides, marriage also gives a sense of companionship. Even though Gen Z is always connected through social media and online interactions like WhatsApp, TikTok, or Instagram, it still cannot fully replace having someone by your side in real life. A spouse can be someone that you can share your happiness, problems, and important life experience with. Of course, early marriage is not for everyone, and it requires maturity and lots of commitment. Julia Chai once said, "The secret of a happy marriage is finding the right person." I believe the right person can provide emotional support and companionship, which are important when facing life challenges. However, for those who are ready, it can provide valuable emotional support and companionship. That is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Shahira. The panel argued that early marriage can provide emotional support and companionship. A supportive spouse can help young people deal with stress, share life challenges, and motivate each other to achieve their goals. Finally, I would like to invite Amna to share her views with us.
All right, thank you, moderator. So, I completely believe that people nowadays still want to get married early for a mix of personal, cultural, and practical reason. As the saying from Audrey Hepburn, the best thing to hold on in life is each other. So, I would like to disagree with the statement that Gen Z do not want to marry early. Okay, one of the benefit of early marriage is that couple have more time to grow together and build life experience as a team. As Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Hajah Nancy Shukri, the Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, says in her press conference, she strongly support the concept of young couple building a life together and helping each other to succeed. When people get married at a younger age, they can learn important life skills such as communication, responsibility, and financial management at early stage in their life. Instead of facing change, instead of facing challenges alone, they can go through adulthood together, which can strengthen their emotional bonding and also understanding each other better. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's look at our successful example of Dato Alif Shukri, a well-known cosmetic entrepreneur in Malaysia. Although he got married at young age of 20 years old, through that marriage, he and his wife worked together and built and helped each other to grow their business. Their relationship shows that early marriage can bring positive outcome when both partners support each other. Instead of slowing him down, marriage becomes source of motivation and teamwork. So I think this kind of partnership help them to strengthen not only their relationship but also financial stability and long-term success. Therefore, in my opinion, early marriage shouldn't be problem anymore. So that's all from me. I pass to moderator.
Thank you, Amna. The panel explained that early marriage help couples grow together, develop important life skills, and build a stable future. The example of Dato Alif Shukri was used to show how teamwork between spouses can contribute to long-term success. Before we conclude today's discussion, I would like to ask all of our panelists one final question. Based on the discussion we had today, do you think it's better for Gen Z to marry late?
May I take this question first?
Yes.
Okay, so I do see the importance in having companions in your life, as mentioned by our two panels over here. And I do believe that having companions in your life will be helpful to build a great future. However, as for me, I believe that the disadvantage of marrying early outweighs its benefits. As said by my also fellow panel here, Muaz, lack of life experiences and changing priorities might not be good for our marriage. Just like how I mentioned that a part of our brain, which is in line, that a part of our brain does not fully develop until the age of 25, which plays a role in experience and maturity. So I believe, even with its benefits, I believe that getting married early is not good for young people.
So as for me,
Yes.
many people say that young adults should focus on their studies and careers before getting married. I know that young people experience stress from their studies, future careers, and their own personal challenges. However, getting married does not mean a person has to give up those goals. A supportive spouse can actually motivate and help their partner to achieve them and help them grow together. That is all from me.
Allow me to reply to that statements as what my fellow panel already said, Hazika. Young couples may struggle with financial and emotional pressure. According to Malaysian marriage counselors, financial problems are one of the major causes of arguments among young married couples. Many young adults are still studying in university or only beginning their careers, so their income may not be stable. Besides financial stress, young couples may also struggle emotionally because they are still learning how to manage pressure, responsibilities, and communication in a mature way. As a result, small misunderstanding can become serious conflicts. And as what I just said earlier, that young people are still discovering themselves. So it's very usual for them to be immature about certain scenario that's happening. That's all from me.
As mentioned by Muaz and Hazika just now, I do see the good side of waiting longer before getting married. However, it is nice to achieve all the goals, but but what but what it will mean if we don't have someone to share the success with, right? So that's my opinion. So I pass back to the moderator.
Thank you to all our panelists for sharing your thoughts and opinion. Today's discussion has shown us different perspectives on early marriage, including factors such as readiness, financial stability, emotional support, and personal growth. It is clear that everyone may have different views and priorities when making such an important life decision. It is not when you get married, but it is how you handle the marriage no matter at what age. With that, we have come to the end of our forum. Thank you for your attention and have a great day. Thank you.